We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother Tim. And today, yes, you may notice we're on a little bit earlier here. It's 10 a.m. instead of 11 a.m. But we've got not only a full baseball slate to go over, we have pretty much, for the preseason standards, a full football slate to go over as well. So we're starting a little early because this is going to be a longer show, but it should be a fun one. We got a lot of games to go over. So as always, we recap our day before, keep the transparency and all that fun jazz. Obviously, our records are all on the bottom of the screen as well. Yesterday, for me, could have been better. I had a couple of non-video plays cashed for me though, which were nice. Including our best bet yesterday with the Seattle Mariners plus 150 or plus 160, cashed walk-off walk. I also had the Cincinnati Reds first five. That line moved too much for me to give it as official play. That one cashed as well. Cubbies team total and the San Francisco Giants first five minus a half cash for me as well. I did get losers on the first fives for the Mets, Orioles, Twins, and then the first five run lines for Oakland and San Diego. So overall, a slight losing day in the MLB. And then in football, I had a slight losing day as well. Atlanta, they had a lot of line movement on them, and they were just a flat out wrong side. They lose 23-3. A heartbreaker at the end of the Cowboys game there, where they kicked a last-second field goal to the Cardinals kicked the last-second field goal to win the game. Didn't get the money on the Dallas Cowboys in this spot. And then we did get lucky, though, in the other game with the Buffalo Bills. They get the job done against the Detroit Lions with the last-second field goal as well. So a last-second field goal helped me, and a last-second field goal hurt me last night in the NFL. So overall, it was I think I lost around a little bit less than 2 units for the whole entire slate. So it is what it is. We move on to the next day here. We have a lot of stuff to bet on and a lot of games to look at. So, how was your day yesterday, Tim?
My day was actually real. I was happy with yesterday. Looking at it, I had the Reds, as we know. That was a nice plus little 140 cash there. I had the over in the Marlins Cubs game. That was a sweat for about the first inning and a half. 14-10 when the total was a 7.5. Come on, guys. I did have Detroit, who lost 7-4. I want to mention something in that Detroit game. What was the guy's name? The Indians. Ernie Clement has yesterday hit his first career MLB home run and his second career MLB home run in the same game. Just wanted to mention that one. I did have the Royals yesterday. It was more of a try to fade Zach Flaherty off of his first start of the year. And that didn't work. Not at all. 6-0 final there. I did have the over in the Rays game, and the Rays covered it by themselves. I got enough from that Astros game, 4-1 Astros final. Tucker with a grand slam in that game was enough to put that one over. And then once again, our best bet was that Mariners game. They won 3-2 on a walk-off, bases loaded walk, 4-pitch walk. That was kind of nice. And then for the NFL last night, I know, Nick, you didn't have as good of a day. I didn't do that bad. I didn't bet that Tennessee game. That's fine. I would have ended up losing that one anyway because I was leading Falcons. I had Buffalo Bills, which was nice. I had the under in the Cowboys game, which cashed. Unfortunately, that last second field goal, if it was a push, it would have been a 2-0 football day yesterday. Instead, I did lose one bet. So now 5-2 in the NFL preseason. And I'm kind of scared today because I have more action in the NFL preseason than I do in the MLB today. So a little bit scary there, but ready to go ahead and break down. I think we're going to be going over like 25 plus games today. So that's why we're starting a little bit early. Let's get into it and let's make some money today.
Yeah, let's kick off the slate here. We have the Milwaukee Brewers at the Pittsburgh Pirates here. Sorry, I was getting up the games. Milwaukee Brewers are at the Pittsburgh Pirates here. It's a minus 200 for the Brewers, plus 185 run back on these Pittsburgh Pirates. The total of 7 in this game, which is game 1 of the doubleheader. Brent Anderson, Bryce Wilson, the pitching matchup for this one. Anderson 4-5 with a 3.54 ERA, a 1.24 WHIP, and 73 2/3 innings pitched, 44 strikeouts and 19 walks. On the other side, Wilson is 2-5 with a 4.43 ERA, a 1.41 WHIP, 42 2/3 innings pitched, 49 strikeouts and 28 strikeouts and 28 walks. 28 strikeouts and 11 walks. I'm mixing up their hits, strikeouts, and walks. But looking at this game here, it's a doubleheader. I'm staying away from this one. If I had to get to anything, maybe it's slight lean towards the dog. I mean, plus 185 in a 7-inning game. I mean, that may be worth a flyer. Am I betting this game? Absolutely not. I mean, you can get plus 1.5 at plus 104. So you can get plus money out plus runs with the Pirates here in an only 7-inning game at home. That may be worth a look, but I'm staying away from this one.
Yeah, you know my opinion on doubleheader games. No, I'm not interested in going after this one. If anything, as crazy as it sounds, it might be a lean towards the over in this one. 7 runs for a 7-inning game with how much the Brewers have been putting up lately. I think that might be a little bit low. But, yeah, no, I couldn't care less about the game. Normally, I don't even look at doubleheaders because I don't see them value. And I don't bet first fives, and that's essentially what I see doubleheaders as is first fives. But, I mean, they're 7, so a little bit more. But, no, I'm not interested in doubleheader games, and this one's going to continue that trend.
All right, sounds good.
Then you know what? Maybe I should put up the games when we're talking about them.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Sorry, it's early. I'm trying to work it through.
All right, then we'll move on here to the next game. Cincinnati Reds are at the Philadelphia Phillies in this one. Minus 135 for the Reds. It's a plus 126 run back on these Phillies. The total of 9.5 in this game. Luis Castillo, Matt Moore, the pitching matchup. What are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm not really too big of a fan of this MLB slate. I have all of 6 plays, and one of them is our best bet. So, not really too big of a fan, but this game is the same deal. I pass on this one. If anything, it's a lean towards the Reds. I was hoping that we can get the Reds if in the 120s area, but I don't want to pay a minus 140 for them right now. They're minus 136 now. If I can get them to the 120s, I'll add them to my card. Just because I do like Castillo, he has been pitching better. Yes, he had a bad start his last time out, but he's going up against Matt Moore, who isn't all that good. 1-3 with a 6.79 ERA. Definitely pitching advantage towards Luis Castillo and the Reds. That's why they're heavily favored in this one. But no value for me in this one, so I'm going to be passing.
Yeah, I did spot a play I do like on this game here. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Luis Castillo is 6-11 this season with a 4.53 ERA, a 1.43 WHIP, 131 innings pitched, 130 strikeouts, and 57 walks. On the other side here, Matt Moore is 1-3 with a 6.79 ERA, a 1.63 WHIP, 50 1/3 innings pitched, 43 strikeouts, and 22 walks. And looking at this game, the Reds have the lineup advantage. They have the pitching advantage. So this is where I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to go Cincinnati Reds in the first 5 innings, minus the half a run. You can get that for minus 115. I just see value in this spot here. In a Reds team that's been playing really well as of late. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. So the Phillies in this spot, but the Reds coming into this game now on a 2-game winning streak. So I'm going to go here with the Reds here, first 5 innings on the run line there at minus 115.
Sounds good. I don't mind that. I do like Cincinnati for this one. I just didn't want to. I need the line to get a little bit better for me.
Sounds good. We'll move on to the next game here. We have the Baltimore Orioles at the Boston Red Sox here, minus 290 here for the Red Sox. It's a plus 258 here for the Orioles. The total of 10 in this one, minus 300. Or is it, yeah, it's minus 290. But we get Jorge Lopez and Chris Sale for this matchup. Lopez 3-12, a 5.75 ERA, 1.60 WHIP, 108 innings pitched, 99 strikeouts, and 50 walks. This is Chris Sale's first appearance since 2018, and he's a minus 285 now. That line just dropped 5 cents. But yeah, he's a minus 285 now for someone who hasn't pitched in 3 years now. In the first 5 line, he's a minus 290 as well, from a minus 190 on the minus half a run line. They basically priced me way off of betting, even thinking about betting this game. If anything, it's a lean towards the dog because for the simple fact that we've seen Jorge Lopez, even though he's been really bad, we've seen him pitch in the last 3 years. Lean towards the Orioles in this spot, but absolutely not touching this game.
Oh, I am. I'm going over this one. You're getting Jorge Lopez, who hasn't pitched well all year. And then you're getting Chris Sale, who, as you said, has not pitched in 3 years. He's going to be rusty. The Baltimore Orioles will tag him up. I do think that this game goes over the 10. Just looking at it, Jorge Lopez 3-12 this year, over 5 ERA, and this Boston team is starting to hit better, especially against A, bad starting pitching, and B, Baltimore's horrible bullpen. On the other side, Boston has Chris Sale, who, once again, hasn't pitched in over 3 years. I do think that he gets tagged up today. And the bullpen for Boston has been struggling as well. I do think this one goes over. I think this one goes way over. And I just think that these two pitchers are just going to get absolutely slammed today.
Sounds good. We'll move to the next one here. Definitely need a great pick today. Me too.
I have a lot of NFL plays today.
All right. We'll look at the Atlanta Braves here. Are at the Washington Nationals in this one. The Braves are minus 165 for this game, around plus 150. Run back on these Washington Nationals. The total of 9 in this game. Max Fried, Patrick Corbin, the matchup for this one. What are you looking at for this game?
Yeah, this one's a pass for me. Once again, I'm not really a big fan of most of the slate, but if I had to look at this one, it's probably a slight lean towards the Braves run line, except for I'm not laying a minus 109 for a run line at the moment. But I do think the Braves are definitely in favor in this matchup. The Nationals we know they've all given up. They've lost 9 out of 10 games at this point. And they got swept by the Mets. They got swept by 1-9 in the last 10. They're just not playing well. Patrick Corbin hasn't been pitching well all year. Max Fried definitely has the pitching advantage. Lean towards the Braves. Not going to be laying a minus 165 though.
Mm-hmm. Francisco, it says hard to figure out Braves and Nats. Not for this game. I think you just fade Washington until further notice. Looking at this matchup here, Max Fried's 9-7 with a 3.91 ERA, a 1.31 WHIP, 103 2/3 innings pitched, 106 strikeouts and 34 walks. And on the other side, Patrick Corbin 6-11, a 5.83 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, 122 innings pitched, 95 strikeouts and 39 walks. Remember when we were scared when the Nationals picked up this guy after they won the World Series, or the year they won the World Series?
Yep.
Yeah, this team, he ain't doing anything right now. For me, it's plain simple. You fade the Nationals until further notice. That streak's long over.
Oh yeah, that streak has been over for a little while. They had a stretch of 19 games when they did back and forth. But now, since they were able to face, who did Atlanta sweep? St. Louis. It ended in that St. Louis series, and since then, Atlanta is on an 8-2 run. So, no, that streak is definitely over. Atlanta is now tied in first place in the division. After last night, where Philly lost, they won. So keep that in mind. They're still fighting. There's 3 teams in that East fighting for the division. Atlanta and Philly are tied, and the Mets are only a half game back. The Mets could have been tied as well if they. Oh no, Mets would have been in the lead if they didn't lose last night. But no, it's gonna be a close race. So yeah, that streak ended a little while ago. Atlanta's definitely the play.
Yeah, but back to my play here. I haven't given up my play for the game yet. Yeah, looking at this game, the Nationals have lost 9 of their last 10 games. They've lost 5 in a row. The Atlanta Braves, on the other side, have won 8 of their last 10 games. So it's plain and simple for me here, taking the Atlanta Braves first 5 minus the half a run at minus 120. I'm also tempted on the full game run line. I just going to stick with that first 5 run line at minus 120. It's plain and simple. You fade the Nationals until they actually show up for a game.
No, that's fair enough.
All right, we'll move on to the next game here. The Chicago Cubs and the Miami Marlins. This is where our best bet is in for this slate. You can check that out, picksandparlays.net. Link to that is in the description of the video down below. But moving on to the next game here, we have the Oakland Athletics taking on the Texas Rangers in this one. You can get the Oakland Athletics for a minus. That's a first 5 line.
215.
Minus 215, a plus 195 run back on these Texas Rangers, a total of 9 in this one. James Capillarian taking on Jordan Lyles. Capillarian 6-4 this year with a 3.22 ERA, a 1.14 whip, and 78 in the third innings pitch, 83 strikeouts, and 29 walks. On the other side, Jordan Lyles here is 5-9 this season with a 5.46 ERA, a 1.48 whip, 125 in the third innings pitch, 100 strikeouts, and 43 walks. And this bit me in the butt yesterday, but I'm going right back to it today. I'm going right back to the Oakland first 5 run line. I'm laying the minus 137 in this one. James Capillarian, the much better pitcher over Jordan Lyles. They should be able to tag him up really well, especially with those lefties in the lineup with Olsen and I can't remember the other lefty. But Olsen should be able to get some type of something off of him as well. I mean, they have some decent lefties. I'm just drawing blanks on their lefties in that lineup. But this Oakland lineup should be able to definitely tag up Jordan Lyles for plenty of runs today. So I'm going Oakland first 5 minus the half a run at minus 137 for this game.
I'm trying to find that for you. Jed Lowry?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Marcana? Is Kana a lefty?
No, he's a righty. And it is what it is. All right. Where are you looking for this one?
I passed for this one. It's a lean towards the over, if anything. Capillarian's been decent this year. 6-4, a little bit over a 3 ERA. Jordan Lyles has not been good. 5-9, a little bit over a 5 ERA. I would expect some runs in this game. The biggest concern with looking at the over and why I didn't bet it is that Texas offense. I know they scored a bunch last night. They won 8-6 last night. I still can't trust them. There's no way I'm trusting them to score enough runs to help get this one over the neener. I mean, I think that's a little bit much. And line movement has gone crazy to Oakland. And the line it got ballooned up. So I don't feel like there's any value in this game. It would be a lean towards the over, but I got nothing in this one.
Sounds good. We will move on to the next matchup here.
Just thoughts on that. We'll go over all the NFL games after we're done with the MLB. That's why we started a little bit earlier today. We started at 10 instead of 11 because we got a complete MLB slate, and then we'll go over all the NFLs afterwards. So stay tuned. We'll go over that. What's up, David?
1 o'clock game.
Huh?
I forgot there was a 1 o'clock game.
There's a 1 o'clock game. That will be the first game we look at.
Yeah. All right, moving on here. We have the LA Dodgers at the New York Mets in this spot. The Dodgers are a minus 185. It's a plus 170 the other way with the New York Mets. We're getting Tejon Walker and Walker Buehler for this matchup here. Battle of the Walkers. Probably going to see plenty of walks. I don't know. The total of 8.5 in this one. Where are you looking at for this game?
This one's another pass for me, but there is definitely value on this Mets side. It's gone from let's see, the Dodgers were I had it here. the Mets were at plus 155 at the opening. Now they're at plus 170. Dodgers moved up to a minus 200. I don't really think that it's that wide of a margin. Yeah, I know Walker Buehler's pitching, and Taysom Walker was an all-star, but he hasn't been pitching lately. But I still don't think that the Mets should be a plus 170. I think they should be more of a 140, high 130s area. So I definitely think hit the desk. I definitely think there is value on the Mets side. Not enough for me to want to go and bet it, just because I don't really trust the Mets right now. They did play well against Washington, but have not been playing well otherwise. So pass on this game, but definitely value on the Mets side.
Yeah, this game is a dog or pass spot for me here. Walker Buehler's 12-2 with the 2.13 ERA, a 0.93 WHIP, 147 2/3 innings pitched, 152 strikeouts, and 38 walks. On the other side, Taysom Walker, 7-7 this season, a 3.89 ERA, a 1.21 WHIP, 111 innings pitched, 102 strikeouts, and 41 walks. Yeah, I'm staying off this game, though. Walker Buehler's really cut me off to the Mets side for this one. I think he should be able to mow down these Mets hitters today. So this absolutely, I would lean towards the Mets. Lean towards the Mets first 5, potentially. Am I getting involved in this game? No.
Well, fair enough. We'll actually go to a game that I actually have a play on.
Yeah, we have the Tampa Bay Rays at the Minnesota Twins here. It's a minus 105 on each side. Pick them in this one with the total of 9.5 this game. Kenta Maeda takes on Michael Wacha in this pitching matchup here. Looking at the pitchers here, Michael Wacha is 2-3 this season with a 5.49 ERA, a 1.44 WHIP, 80 1/3 innings pitched, 71 strikeouts, and 23 walks. On the other side, it is 5-4 with a 4.69 ERA, a 1.34 WHIP, 96 innings pitched, 104 strikeouts, and 30 walks. Personally, I'm staying off of this game. I'm leaning towards the Tampa Bay side in this one. I have the Tampa Bay Rays price around a minus 108, minus 108, 110-ish. So it would be a slight value on these Rays today, but I'm not getting involved in this one here. The Rays have been playing much better as of late, but no action here.
KJ, no action on the doubleheader game. I don't like the bet doubleheaders. For me, this one, as it's scrolling across the bottom, I like the over again. We're getting Michael Wacha, who is definitely a hit or miss pitcher. And then we're getting Kenta Maeda, who has been very disappointing this year in the eyes of the Minnesota Twins and the possible chance that he was almost a Cy Young last year, and now he's this. So very disappointing for him. I'm going over because this Rays offense has been solid lately. And Rays have been going over in a bunch of games lately. And with this offense, they're going to score runs, especially against Kenta Maeda. I do also expect Michael Wacha to let up a couple of runs. I don't expect Tampa Bay to do it all by themselves. I do think Minnesota has to help out with it. But I do like the over in this one. It's a 9.5. I got it at a minus 117. And I just think that the over is going to be the solid play for this one.
Sounds good. Moving right along, New York Yankees are at the Chicago White Sox. They are out of Iowa. They're back in Chicago. I saw a fun little stat from that game. The New York Yankees are now the only team in MLB history to lose a game in Iowa. So minus 135 for these White Sox, plus 125 run back on the Yankees. A total of 8.5 for this one. Jameson Taillon takes on Dylan Cease in this matchup here. Taillon 7-4, a 3.82 ERA, 1.20 WHIP, 113 innings pitched, 112 strikeouts, and 34 walks. On the other side, Dylan Cease is 9-6 this season with a 3.99 ERA, a 1.27 WHIP, 119 2/3 innings pitched, 159 strikeouts, and 49 walks. Personally, for me, I have this game lined around a pick 'em. I'm leaning towards the Yankees in this spot. I haven't pulled the trigger quite yet on them here. They have been playing better as of late, the Yankees. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet on them. Maybe first 5 could be an option as well if you don't want to get involved with their bullpen. The Yankees first 5 plus 115. So the better value is on the full game here. Maybe a look towards their team total as well. But personally, I'm staying off this game.
Yeah, I'm on the other side. I got the White Sox today. I got them earlier at a minus 124, I want to say. What did I get them at? Yeah, I got them at a minus 124 last night. It's a minus 136 now, so not as good value. I'm still gonna put it out as a play. I still do like the White Sox in this one. They're a strong team, and yeah, they almost blew the game, but I'm not really taking that Field of Dreams game into any consideration because that is a oddity. That is a one-time thing. But I still think that the White Sox really ride the momentum from that one. The White Sox are definitely the stronger team in this game. I do think the pitching advantage goes to Dylan Cease over Leon. So Cease, I know, doesn't have a better ERA, but he's been better this year. 9-6, 3.99 ERA on the other side. Leon 7-4, 3.82. I'm riding this White Sox team. They're really good at home. I'm grabbing them minus 137 today.
All right, sounds good. Next matchup we have here is the Kansas City Royals. I'm saying Yankees in the over. I lean that way as well.
I would lean towards the over as well. It's only an 8.5, so
yeah. Now we're looking at the St. Louis Cardinals and the Kansas City Royals in this matchup here. Minus 110, plus 100 for the St. Louis Cardinals. The total of this game is 10. We're getting the bum John Lester taking on Brady Keller in this one. What are you looking at for this one?
I'm fixing the odds because it has a little bit of money coming in. I'm on St. Louis. St. Louis is on a little bit of a heater lately. Blackjack, yes, they were. Unfortunately, they didn't win last night. But I'm on St. Louis today. They're on a little bit of a heater. They've won 5 out of their last 6, I believe. And money's come in where you can now get them at even money. I do really like St. Louis in this matchup. Just looking at it, the Cardinals, what was it? 5 out of their last 6? Sorry, 6 out of their last 7. And they've won 3 out of their last 4 games against the Royals. Or they've won 3 out of 4 games against the Royals this year. I do think Lester gives us enough for us to for the Cardinals to win this game. I'm not a big fan of Keller today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Keller. He hasn't been good this year. He's 7-11 with an over 5 ERA. Granted, Lester hasn't been good either, but I do think Lester outduels Brad Keller in this game, and the Cardinals beat the Royals again.
Yeah, looking at this matchup here for me, I'm on the other side. I like the Royals in this spot. Just one thing that's really concerning is I know, so mature. No, but looking at this, one of my websites here say 84% of the tickets are on the St. Louis Cardinals, and yet they've gone from a minus 114 to even money. Interesting. More money is coming in on the Cardinals, but yet the line's just getting better for better. This is a spot where I can say it's a trap. It's a trap. I'm on the Kansas City Royals here, or first 5 minus half a run in this game. I got that at plus 120. I think this is an absolute value here. If you can get plus money to fade John Lester, who has looked terrible this year, I'm going to be on the Kansas City Royals here in the first 5 innings at minus half a run. It's now a plus 110. I got it at plus 120. I like the value on that spot, though.
Fair enough. We'll go ahead and move to this game.
Yeah, we're looking at the San Diego Padres here are at the Arizona Diamondbacks, minus 200 for the Padres, plus 184. Run back on the Arizona Diamondbacks. A total of 9 in this game. Joe Musgrove taking on Gilbert in this matchup here. Musgrove 8-7 this season with 2.81 ERA, a .97 WHIP, 128 in the 3rd innings pitch, 147 strikeouts, and 33 walks. On the other side, Gilbert is 0-1 with a 0 ERA, a 1.09 whip, 33 and 2/3 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. So this is his second start. And I think that this Padres team should absolutely light this guy up. I'm going first 5 here, minus half a run with the San Diego Padres at minus 135. Padres, they've struggled the last couple of games, but this is definitely a nice pitching advantage for them. They got the lineup advantage. They got the everything advantage. They should be able to smoke this Arizona team, and I don't see them dropping 3 straight games here to the Arizona Diamondbacks to start this series, especially starting into the heat of a playoff race. Give me the Padres here, first 5, minus the half a run at minus 135.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this Padres team right now. You do what you want, Nick, but I'm not interested in the San Diego team at all. They've really struggled. Their offense has not been good. Yeah, Joe Musgrove's on the mound, which he's been pretty much the only solid pitcher right now for him. But I'm not a fan. The only thing that's keeping me off of Arizona is Gilbert. He's done nothing this year. It doesn't have any significant stats. 0-1, he's pitched 3 innings and allowed no runs. Okay. His loss came from a bullpen game. He's a bullpen pitcher, which means a bullpen game for Arizona. That's the main reason why I am not on the Diamondbacks today. But there's no way I could trust the Padres right now. They've lost 3 straight games, and they've just been struggling. I don't know. Not interested in this one.
All right.
SD, okay. I mean, go ahead. I don't mind it, but at the same, I just can't. I can't right now.
All right, sounds good. We'll move on to. There's 2 games left. The second to last matchup here. No, 3 games. We have 3 games left. Colorado Rockies are at the San Francisco Giants, minus 177 now. Nope, these are first 5 lines. Let me switch that back. Minus 202 for the Giants, around plus 185 run back for these Colorado Rockies. Total of 8.5 in this game. Kyle Freeland, Sammy Long, the pitching matchup for this one. Where are you looking at to attack this game?
Yeah, I only have one more baseball play, and it's in the last game that we're going to go over. I got nothing for this one. We got this line as I was typing everything up, so I really didn't get to look at this game much. It's got to be a look towards the Giants. They're the best team in baseball. Going up against Kyle Freeland, who's 3-6 with an over 4 ERA, who has not been good this year. The one thing that would keep me off is Sammy Long. It's essentially, it's not quite a bullpen game, but Sammy Long's not going to go that deep into the game. I don't think he should be a minus 202, but there's no way I'm betting against the Giants or betting on Colorado on the road. So this one's just a pass for me. I'm not interested in anything from it.
Yeah, I agree with not wanting to back the Rockies on the road here. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Kyle Freeland is 3-6 with a 4.65 ERA, 1.44 WHIP, 71 and 2/3 innings pitched, 57 strikeouts, and 20 walks. On the other side, Sammy Long is 1-1 with a 5.81 ERA, a 1.25 WHIP, 26 and a third innings pitched, 27 strikeouts, and 9 walks. Looking at this matchup here, I see value on these San Francisco Giants in the first 5, minus half a run. You can get that for minus 125 currently. I'm going to be adding that onto my card. I'm trying to load up my sportsbook here on my computer because it crashed. So I'm unable to make that bet right now, but I'm going to be taking the San Francisco Giants here in the first 5 innings at minus 125 for this game.
Sounds good. We got 2 more MLB games, and then we have a bunch of NFL to go over. So this is the next MLB.
Yeah, we have the Houston Astros are at the Los Angeles Angels in this one. It is a minus 210 now for these Astros. It's around plus 190 here for the Angels. We are getting Barria and Garcia, the pitching matchup for this one. what are you looking at for this game?
Yeah, once again, this is another pass. As we're getting later on in the season, you're going to just see a bunch of these lines be ballooned. Because Angels aren't carrying anymore, Rockies aren't carrying anymore, Arizona's not carrying anymore, Pittsburgh's not carrying anymore, Texas isn't carrying anymore, Nationals aren't carrying anymore, Baltimore. Like, you're going to see a bunch of these games be minus 180s to 300s throughout the rest of this year. And this is another one of those games that I'm just not interested in. If anything, it might be a slight lead towards the Angels because you can get them at plus 190, and they're not a horrible team. They're a 500 team, and they can get wins. Garcia's been solid this year, 8-6 at 3.29 ERA, but he can get hit. So if anything, it's a lean towards the Angels in this one. Maybe a lean towards the over. I think both pitchers can get tagged up, but I'm not betting this one. I have one play left in that Toronto game, and then I have way too many preseason football bets today, so not interested in this one.
Yeah, look at the pitching matchup here. Luis Garcia is 8-6 with a 3.29 ERA, a 1.09 WHIP, 106 2/3 innings pitched, 129 strikeouts and 32 walks. On the other side, Barria is 2-0 with a 4.21 ERA, a 1.21 WHIP, 25 2/3 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts and 10 walks. And looking at this matchup here, Barria's actually not looked half bad in his appearances, going to having that 2-0 record. I know records are not really the best way to judge a pitcher, but I'm actually leaning towards the Angels in this game. And unfortunately, when I bet it this morning, I got a much worse price than what I could have gotten. And now I'm on the Los Angeles Angels here in the first 5 innings on the money line at plus 175. I unfortunately got it at plus 155. So not the greatest of line movement or anything like that, but I'm on the Angels here in the first 5 innings at plus 155 or plus 175 now.
Sounds good. We'll go ahead and move to the last baseball game of the day.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at the if I can get it up here, the Toronto Blue Jays at the Seattle Mariners in this spot. It is a minus 136 now for the Blue Jays, plus 126 for the Mariners. We're on the total of 8.5 for this one. Hyunjin Ryu, Yusei Kikuchi, the pitching matchup for this game. And looking at this pitching matchup, Hyunjin Ryu is 11-5 with a 3.62 ERA, a 1.18 WHIP, 126 2/3 innings pitched, 103 strikeouts and 26 walks. Yusei Kikuchi is 7-6 with a 3.73 ERA, a 1.18 WHIP, 125 1/3 innings pitched, 135 strikeouts and 43 walks. And looking at this matchup here, for me, I have a bet on this game. Unfortunately, the lines moved too much for me to really give it out as an official play because all the value has been sucked out of this game. I was on the Seattle Mariners. I got him at plus 147 last night. They are now down to a minus 126. And honestly, I wouldn't be betting them now at plus 126. So for the stream sake, I am passing on this game, but I personally have a bet plus 147 with the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, I went over in this game. I know that the numbers are not going to say that it's an over game. Seattle's gone under 9 out of their last 10. Hyunjin Ryu last start out got absolutely shelled, and he has that ability to get shelled again. On the other side, Kikuchi, I mean, he has been pitching better as of late, but he's got the same problem. He can get shelled. I think both these pitchers get hit. These lineups are solid. It's just whether or not Toronto. We faded Toronto yesterday because they were traveling to Seattle after Seattle played a day game and stayed home. It was just all the stuff lined up there, and it worked out nicely for us. But coming into this one, I think Toronto's offense is going to be back. I can see this one. I know it was a 3-2 game yesterday. I can see this one going way over the total. I see the Blue Jays being able to hit Kikuchi. I see Seattle being able to hit against Ryu. Seattle's good against lefties. Toronto's decent against lefties. And I'm seeing this one go over. It's an over game for me.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, that's going to just about do it for the MLB version portion of this stream. Now we're going to be heading into the NFL.
But before we do that, I'm going to do 2 of these today because we got big slate, a little bit of a buffer now, and then another big slate. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate the support. First link in the description. Once we're done with the stream, if you want to go over there, or if you want to go over there now, press the first link in the description. That is the link to the video for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If you guys have not joined that already, click the video. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do. I believe it's just subscribe, comment on that video, and then be following us on either Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or Discord. One of those 4, so we have a way to communicate with you guys. But check out that link in the description. Also, check out all the rest of the links: our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parlays, and Premium Plays. And we will do mini giveaways in terms of our Twitter and Instagram followers. Every 100 followers on Instagram and every 100 followers on Twitter, we'll do a little bit of like a 7-day premium giveaway. So if you guys want to follow those as well, all that is in the description below. Go ahead and check that out. Once again, and then Picks and Parlays scheduling for the day. Craig normally is at 10. I believe he went out last night. I believe he did his show last night. Me and Nick are normally at 11. We started a little bit earlier today because now we have a complete NFL slate to go over, and just want to have a little bit more time, so we didn't dig into Higgs' stream. Higgs will be right afterwards at 12 o'clock. Allie with Morning Wood at 1:30. No game time decision today because it is Saturday. No game time decision tomorrow. That will be back on Monday. Pretty sure no total chaos. I'm not sure what Higgs is doing tonight either. So in terms of, I think he did a Friday football yesterday, so probably no stream tonight. But that is the scheduling. So make sure you guys are subscribed to Earle Sports Bets, Picks and Parlays, and Winning Free Picks. Check out the complete Picks and Parlays family. Yes. Give people or family to subscribe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. But how about some NFL, Nick?
Yeah. Let's get right into it then.
I'm a little bit concerned for preseason.
I have a lot of action.
Yeah. Out of the, how many games do we have? 10 today? 10 games in the NFL? I have 7 plays for preseason. Yeah.
I have 6. But yeah, we'll kick it off here. The Miami Dolphins are at the Chicago Bears. The Bears are 3.5-point favorites here. It's a plus 155 on the money line for the Dolphins here. I almost said the Marlins looking at Miami. We do have the Cubs, and I felt like we saw this matchup yesterday with the Miami and Chicago when it finished 14-10, and then I saw it was the Marlins and the Cubs. I'm like, something ain't right there. But look at this matchup here. The total is 35.5 for this one. I just have a bunch of sides today. I don't have any totals for this one. Looking at the quarterbacks here, I don't think we're going to see any Tua. Not sure. And then Brissett and Sinnett, Dalton, Fields, and Foles. I believe we should see all 3 of those for the Chicago Bears. I'm leaning towards the Bears in this matchup, looking at where the money is coming in on this one. On the money line, 66% of the bets and 77% of the handle on the Chicago Bears. 49% of the bets and 91% of the handle on the minus 3.5 for the Bears. So a lot of the sharper money is on the Bears here. As for the total, 28% of the bets are on the over. 71% of the handle is on the over. So a lot of sharp money on the over as well for this one. So for me, yeah, I'm actually was leaning both those ways. I was leaning towards the over in this one, and I was leaning towards the Bears in this one. Personally, did not get involved in either. But I wouldn't hate a Bears play on this one here.
Yeah, for me, this one would also be, definitely leaning towards the Chicago Bears. I passed on this game. I have nothing for this 1 o'clock game. But, it's definitely leaning towards the Bears. They definitely have the better quarterbacking room. And just the line movement alone is telling us that Tua will probably not play. They want to probably keep him healthy. He's going to be the starting quarterback this year, so there's not really much competition there. He's going to be it. He's going to be the man, and they don't want to get him injured, so he's probably not going to play today. It justifies why Miami's a plus 160. It'd be definitely lean towards the Bears, and I would actually lean more towards the under in this game. just because most preseasons, I'm going to be leaning under for most preseason games because we've looked at 5-6 games already, and we've gone one to go over, which was the Philadelphia and Pittsburgh game. All the rest have gone under. I do have some overs on today's slate. I personally passed on this game, but it would be a lean towards Chicago, lean towards the under in this game.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Moving on to the next game here. Denver Broncos and Minnesota Vikings in this one here. The Broncos around a minus 145. It's around plus 125, run back and plus 123 on my book. For the Vikings, 34.5 the total for this game. Looking at the quarterback situation here, Denver, Bridgewater, Locke, and Ripon. On the other side, Kirk Cousins, Browning, and Stanley. And personally, I do have a play on this game, and I'm my bad. I'm giving it out for this one as well. Looking at the tickets here on the money line, 54% of the bets are on the Vikings. 83% of the money is on the Vikings, so a lot of sharper money there. On the spread, it's 37% of the bets on the Broncos, 83% of the handles on the Broncos minus 2.5. So this is a little bit of a confusing line here. Generally, if you like the spread, you're on the Broncos. If you like the money line, you're on the Vikings. Makes sense here. 21% of the bets are on the over. 76% of the money is on the over in this one here. I'm on the Minnesota Vikings in this one. You're getting them at a nice plus price dog, plus 123. And Mike Zimmer is 20-5 in his preseason career, and you're getting him at a plus money underdog spot. So I'm going to go with the Mike Zimmer play here. The Minnesota Vikings plus 123 is where I'm looking in this game.
Yeah, I decided to go under this game. I don't know if we're going to see much of Kirk Cousins. I don't think we're going to see much of any real starter in general. I just went under in this one. I just feel like that's the more solid spot. Because on the other side with Denver, you're not going to really – you might get a little bit of Drew Lock, but you're not really going to get much there. And these quarterback rooms are not particularly good. Besides the backups, besides the starters, which it's Drew Lock and Kirk Cousins, which if you see each of them for a drive, I would be surprised. So for me in this one, it's a lean towards the under. I think 34.5. I think we get this one to go way under in this one.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We'll move on to the 7 o'clock games now. We have the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens in this matchup here. Minus 146 for the Ravens, plus 126 for the Saints, a total of 36 in this one. Looking at the quarterback situation, I don't know if we're going to see any Lamar Jackson, which means we're going to see some McSorley and Huntley. And on the other side, I don't know who we're really going to see for the Saints. I don't think we're seeing much Taysom Hill, so we may see some Jameis Winston and Ian Book along with Trevor Siemian. In this matchup here, this is another play on the head coach rather than the team itself. Looking at the matchup here for this game, 66% of the tickets are on the money line for the Baltimore Ravens and 94% of the handle. And for this game, 73% of the tickets are on the under, 83% of the handle are on the under. Lean towards the under in this game, and I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens in this one on the money line here at minus 146. This is another spot where John Harbaugh is 37-12 in the preseason, and we're getting him. It's a little bit of a chalk price, but I got it at minus 135 earlier in the week, I believe. So I like this price here. Still like the price with the Baltimore Ravens. I think they take care of business here today.
Yeah, I passed on this one personally. If anything, it might be more of a lean towards the Saints, just because I do think you might see a little bit of Taysom Hill, a little bit of Jameis Winston. The quarterback rooms are overall better in the New Orleans camp, but I passed on this game because you can look at the quarterback side on New Orleans. And then Harbaugh for Baltimore has been really good in the preseason. He's actually carried in the preseason, I should say. So this one's more of a split thing, and maybe a lean towards the under in this game. But overall, just not a spot I got to on today's slate. There's 10 games. I bet on 7 of them. I've already passed on 2. I have one other one that I don't like, and I have a lot of other plays for today.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. We will move on here. The Cleveland Browns are at the Jacksonville Jaguars here. The Jaguars are a minus 160 favorite, plus 140 the other way with the Browns, a total of 37 in this game. And looking at these two teams, we're not going to see most of the starters here for the Cleveland Browns, which is why we're getting the big price on the Jaguars that we are. We're going to probably see some Case Keenum and Loletta. And on the other side, this is probably one of my more confident plays of the day. I love the Jacksonville Jaguars today. I laid the minus 152 on them earlier in the week. They are a minus 160. I'd probably lay that as well. They are going to have Trevor Lawrence. They are going to have Gardner Minshew. And then for third string, CJ Beathard's not a bad option. So looking at the tickets here, 39% of the tickets are on the money line for the Jaguars, 43% on the handle, so more money than on those. The bigger bets are on the Jaguars on the money line. And 69% of the tickets are on the Jacksonville Jaguars, 97% of the handle. So Jacksonville getting all the money today. And preseason's one where you can follow the money and it will make you money long term. So I like the Jacksonville Jaguars in this spot, minus the 160. It's a little bit of chalk, but I think it's worth the price of admission here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me them on the money line in this spot.
Yeah, I just grabbed Jacksonville minus 3. I don't really like to pay as much juice. And I'll give you guys a little bit of a hint into this one. Jacksonville minus 3 will be my last Woody standing pick today. Most likely. I do want to go after that. I want to have a preseason one as one of my picks because I'm still in. And I think that the Jackson – I never switched it. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, I need to scroll more. There we go. I do think Jacksonville is the better spot because, once again, as Nick mentioned, we're getting a solid quarterback duel for this Jacksonville team with Gardner Minshew and Trevor Lawrence. And Cleveland basically said, nah, most of our starters aren't going to be playing, which is it's a very confident move for me to want to bet Jacksonville now. This is probably one of our better plays on the day. So Jacksonville minus 3, solid spot there.
Yeah, honestly, I think I only like one other football play better in today's game on today's slate, and it's towards the end. Mm-hmm. But yeah, where one team is basically not starting any of their starters, and the other one is going to be playing some of them. Which, by this definition, a bunch of people should know what I'm talking about. But I do have one other play that I'm a little bit more confident in than the Jacksonville Jaguars, but it ain't much.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to this game.
Yeah, we have the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a the Buccaneers are a 6-point favorite in this one. You can get the Bengals here at plus 225. Total of 33.5 for this one. And one huge thing that I read from Bruce Arians in this game. Starters are going to be playing a little bit. Brady, he's going to be in for a drive or two. He's not going to be sitting in this game, like a lot of veteran guys are this season. Like, you probably won't see Matt Stafford the entire preseason. You won't see Kyler Murray the entire preseason. You won't see Ben Roethlisberger the entire preseason. Yeah, I'll be siding a little bit with the Buccaneers in this spot here. They are starting their starters. Am I laying 6 points in the preseason? Absolutely not. Am I laying minus 265 in the preseason? Absolutely not. It's a pass for me in this game here. 41% of the tickets, 66% of the handles on the over. So it'd be a slight lean towards the over in this game, especially if we're going to be seeing the starters play a little bit with these Buccaneers. I think we can see a little bit of offense in this game. 33.5 is not a high total for this game. Lean towards the over in this game. No action on this one, though.
I did bet it, and I bet the over. Once I heard that starters are going to be playing, this is telling me that first quarter is going to be high scoring. So maybe if you wanted to look
first half over,
maybe like a first half over. Yeah, that doesn't scare me. Over 17, I definitely think you can get the first half over 17. Maybe that might be the better play. I went overall full game over the 33.5. I think you get offense in this one, especially with the Tampa Bay saying that they're going to be starting their starters. If I can get them 2 drives. I feel like that would be, especially against Cincinnati and backups, that should be 2 scoring drives for Tampa Bay. So I do like the over for this game, and it would probably lean towards Tampa Bay, but there's no way you're going to be laying -6 points or a big -200 price tag in a preseason. I don't lay a -200 anyway at all, but it's an over for me in this game.
Yeah, it's a lot of chalk. Maybe they're a parlay piece of anything, but we'll move on to the next game here. This one's always a fun one here, at least in our household, because one of us Giants, one of us is Jets. We have the New York Jets and the New York Giants in this one here. The Jets have now moved to a 2.5 point favorite in this one, -145. It's a +125 the other way with the Giants. Total of 33.5 for this game. Are you looking at anything in this matchup?
Yes, I am. So we probably will get Wilson starting for the Jets. That's the reason why they're slight favorites. I'm going under in this game. These two teams should be better better defensively this year. I know the Jets are really big on trying to get their defense to be better, so I don't mind going after that. And the Giants are going to be a lot better of a defensive team, but there's no way I'm not betting on either side. It'd be a slight lean towards the Jets, but the quarterbacking room besides Wilson, you're not going to see Daniel Jones probably start today, so it's going to be an under for me in this one. I just think this one's going to be a lower scoring game.
Yeah, looking at the quarterbacks here, if you are going to see Daniel Jones, it's going to be for very, very little, which means you'll see plenty of Mike Glennon.
Nope.
And Forston.
Nope.
On the other side, we're probably going to see the number 2 overall pick, Zach Wilson. And then we'll see White and Morgan afterwards on this one here. And I wasn't going to be playing much of this game, but I saw a little bit of line. I saw where the market was moving in this one. I saw everything going on in this game, and it's made me want to bet a side in this one. Looking at this game, on the money line, 33% of the tickets, 57% of the handle is on the New York Jets. 36% of the tickets are on the Jets spread -2. 89% of the tickets are on the New York Jets -2, or 89% of the handle are on the Jets -2 in this game. So and also 19% of the tickets and 27% of the handle is on the over in this game. 73% of the ticket, the money is on the under in this game. 81% of the tickets are on the money though. So I'm going to go with the Jets, Jets -145 in this game. I added it to my card here today. I just think their depth is a little bit better at the quarterback position, and I do like where this line movement's going in this one. I'm going with the New York Jets in this spot, -145 versus the New York Giants in this game.
Hell yeah. And you got to think of something real quick. This is the Super Bowl for the Jets at this point because they know that they're not going to be good this year. And going up against the Giants is always a big deal to the Jets. So it should be a big deal for both sides. But I could definitely see the Jets winning this game.
Yeah, it's going to be a bigger game for the Jets because the Giants actually have division aspirations with how weak the NFC East is.
No, Dallas is winning that division. No question.
No. Especially if Dak Prescott's not going to be playing a little bit. No, they're going to need Dak to be competitive in that division. Right. And I think Washington wins that division. But moving on to the next one here, we have the Houston Texans at the Green Bay Packers in this one. You can get the Green Bay Packers for a -155. It's a +135 the other way with the Texans. Total of 35 in this game. Looking at the quarterbacks here, you're not going to see Aaron Rodgers. You're not going to see Deshaun Watson. With that being said, then we're left with Tyrod Taylor and Jeff Driscoll on the Houston side, and we are finally getting to see what we're going to be getting out of Jordan Love in this matchup here, and then Ben Kirk is the backup behind Jordan Love for these Green Bay Packers. And looking at where all the tickets are going here, 86% of the tickets, 93% of the handle are on the money line for the Packers. 91% of the tickets, 95% of the handle are on the -3 for the Green Bay Packers. 38% of the tickets, 96% of the handle is on the over in this game. And that's kind of where I was looking in this game. I'd be a lean towards the over. I don't have any totals on this one. I may look at totals next week a little bit more, but I'm leaning towards the over in this game here between the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers, and also lean towards the Packers in this spot here. Where are you looking at for this one?
I went Houston for this preseason game. I don't know what we have never seen Jordan Love. This will be his first time on an NFL field or NFL just like actually playing in a game, and I don't know what we're going to get out of him. Yes, he's been behind Aaron Rodgers for the past 2 years, and I think that's a really solid spot for him to be. But at the same time, I don't know what we're going to get out of him. On the other side, Tyrod Taylor, we've seen him before and we've seen Drexel before, and I do think we're going to get a solid performance out of these two guys. And I like Houston in this one. You're getting them at plus money. Everybody's going to be on the Packers. I'll be the contrarian one. I'm going Houston today.
Yeah, I don't mind Houston. That's why I didn't bet the game, because I was kind of torn on the side here, and I would definitely lean over in this one. I was very tempted on pulling the trigger here for the over. But there is a game that I was looking more at the over, and we'll queue up the next game here. The Kansas City Chiefs are at the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners are now, I believe, a 2.5-point favorite in this one. And the Chiefs are a plus 125 in this game. Look now, this is the only time you'll see Kansas City as plus money this year, my guess, unless you see them again in the preseason at plus money. We're not probably going to see Mahomes for this matchup, and probably we're not going to see Garoppolo in this matchup either, or we'll see very little Garoppolo if we see any of him, which means for the Kansas City Chiefs, we're going to see Chad Henne and we're going to see Bouchelet. On the other side, there's actually a decent quarterback room for the San Francisco 49ers in this spot here. Trey Lance, Josh Rosen, and Nate Sudfeld. So 3 quarterbacks that I kind of halfway like for preseason purposes. Looking at where the tickets are going in this one, 55% of the tickets, 68% of the money on the Kansas City Chiefs in this one on the money line. But on the spread, 67% of the tickets, 79% of the money on the 49ers. And for the total here, this is probably one of the only ones I was super close to betting. I like the over in this game, over 37 points here between the Chiefs and the 49ers. 33% of the tickets, 93% of the money is on the over. So tons and tons of the bigger tickets are on the over here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers in this one. It's a lean towards the over in this game. But no action for me on this one.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I had one game that I passed on, past that Ravens game, and this is the game. I just didn't really get a handle on this one. If anything, it's a lean towards San Fran, laying the minus 2.5 points with them. Yeah, this is the only time we'll see Kansas City as underdogs, most likely, unless something happens to Mahomes or something and we get an injury or something in that nature. But Kansas City should be favored pretty much throughout the entire regular season. I wouldn't be surprised if they won 14, 15, 16 games this year. It's a pass for me. Definitely lean towards San Francisco. Definitely lean towards the over 38 in this one. But this will be the one game that I don't have a play in.
Gotcha. All right, moving on to the second to last game then here. We have 2 more games to go over, and then we'll be heading on out for this stream. We have the Las Vegas Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks in this matchup. The Raiders are minus 2.5 in this game, minus 150 on the money line, plus 130 the other side with the Seattle Seahawks. The total of 37 in this game. And for these teams, I think we might see a little bit from Wilson and a little bit from Carr. These are two head coaches that actually take the preseason halfway seriously. Judging on their record, Pete Carroll is 25-15. John Gruden's 36-18 in the preseason as a head coach. I really like this quarterback room for the Las Vegas Raiders in this one. Carr, Mariota, and Peterson. Not bad. On the other side, Wilson, Smith, and Magoo. I don't know the other guy. Geno Smith as their backup. That's who you're going to see most of the game. I am on the Las Vegas Raiders in the spot. I got them at minus 135 the other day. They're now at a minus 150. I still don't mind them at that price. I think they should get the job done here. Looking at where the tickets are in this one, on the spread, 75% of the tickets, 80% of the money is on the Raiders. For the money line, it's a plus money line, so 49% of the tickets are on the Seahawks, and 68% of the handle are on the Seahawks money line at plus 110. For the total here, a lot of sharp money on the over in this one. 16% of the tickets are on the over in this one, but over half the money at 52% is on the over in this game. So, yeah, I'm going to lean over in this one as well. I think this is a nice spot where you see a lot of points put up by the Raiders. I think we're going to see some fireworks here in Las Vegas, and I like the Raiders in this spot here at minus 150.
Yeah, I went with the over as well. As you mentioned, we probably can get a drive or two out of Wilson and Carr, maybe. They really haven't announced it, but these two coaches do take the preseason seriously, as Nick said. And Gruden's been really good in the preseason, so it would be a lean towards Vegas. I bet the over already. I think we get some points out of Vegas because as their backup, they have Marcus Mariota, which is going to be a very solid piece for this game, and he's going to be playing.
And the GOAT Nathan Peterman.
Yeah, and Peterman. Yeah, you're getting good. Oh, come on. Yeah, you're getting good quarterbacking from Vegas, and then on the other side, Geno Smith does have some NFL experience, so I can see him getting a couple good drives on this Vegas defense. Because keep in mind, with some of these quarterbacks that have a little bit more experience, you're going to get some better drives, and you're going to see a little bit more overs in those games. So I do like the over in this one. I bet the over, and I'm ready to really get into this football season.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, heading into this last game here. This one is probably my most confident play on the whole entire slate. And I'll be able to break that down and give a good reason why. We have the LA Chargers and the LA Rams in the spot. Minus 180 for the Chargers, plus 160 for the Rams. A total of 32.5 for this game. And if you're looking at these LA Rams, Sean McVay is going to be an absolute fade when it comes to playing the preseason this season. He basically, I think he gave a list around 35 players that will not see a snap in the entire preseason. He said the goal, you'll see a lot of depth from these LA Rams, which means you're not going to see many good players here. Part of those that you will not see: Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, Robert Woods, Andrew Whitworth, David Edwards, Brian Allen, Austin Corbett, Rob Havenstein, Tyler Higbee, Matthew Stafford, Darrell Henderson, Robinson, Joseph Day, Aaron Donald, Hollins, Floyd, Young, Reeder, Williams, Fuller, Rapp, Jalen Ramsey. They're even not starting John Wolford. Their backup quarterback is not going to be starting in this game, at least. So for your quarterbacks here for the LA Rams, you're getting Bryce Perkins and Devlin Hodges. This Rams team proved they don't care. And then if they don't care, then I don't care to bet on them. Give me the LA Chargers here, laying a little bit of chalk because I don't want to lay 3.5 points here in a preseason game. Give me the Chargers here on the minus 180 money line in this game.
Screw that. I leave the minus 130. Sorry, the minus 3.5. It's a minus 180 for you. And that's LAC.
Yes.
It's not the Clippers.
No. Oh, by the way, before you go in your breakdown, 62% of the tickets are on the Chargers minus 3.5, 81% of the money, and on the money line, 48% of the tickets are on the Chargers, 52% of the handle are on the Chargers money line as well. 36% of the tickets are on the over as well as 52% of the money.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm all over the Chargers as well. Actually, this game and that Jacksonville game are the toss-up between which ones are going to be my morning wood pick for last Woody. They're my two most confident plays because, once again, you see how much Sean McVay or McVay, boy, whatever.
Sean McVay
cares about the preseason, and that is absolutely not. And you're going to be getting good quarterbacks. You're probably going to see Herbert for a little bit, and bug just flew near my mouth. But you're gonna see a little bit of starters playing for the Chargers, and they actually care a little bit because they want to be competitive this year. They want to get some players some reps, and I think this will end up being a 10+ point game. This will probably be the biggest blowout of the day. Give me the Chargers -3.5. I'm not going to be laying a -180. I don't think I want to lay that much in a preseason. I'd rather lay the points than the money. So give me the Chargers -3.5 today.
Sounds good. All right. But that's going to wrap up the NFL portion of this stream, and that's going to wrap up this stream. We're going to go over a full recap of all of our plays, but as first, always, Tim.
Let's do another thing of housekeeping because we did go over 15 baseball games today, and then we also went over 10 NFL. And when we do have on Saturdays and Sundays come regular season, or mostly Sundays, we will be starting at 10 a.m. Just so that as long as there's baseball still around and we have to go over 20+ games, we will be going starting at 10:30 somewhere in that area. We get a little bit of an idea now how long a 25 game slate takes. It's about an hour and 10 minutes roughly right now. Yeah, we'll let you guys know when it's a 10 o'clock show, 10:30 show, 11 o'clock. It's going to be somewhere in that time zone. So just check in with us. Normally, if you check in around 10 o'clock, 10:15ish, if we're not live, you'll see that there will be like the preview thing for our stream, and it'll tell you exactly when we go live. And you guys can just check it that way. That, or we should be able to get community posts soon. And if there's any change in timing, we'll let you know. Normally that's 1,000 subscriber thing, so I'm gonna look into that, see what's going on with that. But yeah, so just keep an eye on that. But some housekeeping. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. First link in the description is our 1,000 subscriber video. Enter to win 3 months of premium plays, free premium plays from us, starting September 1st to December 1st. That way you guys can get a lot of good premium plays. That is around $1,000 value according to the Picks and Parlays prices. So that's definitely a big thing. Click the link in the description. Check it out. I think we only have like 25 people entered into it right now. So get in there. There's plenty of spots. We'll add as many people as we can get. So check out that video. Also check out our Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Discord, Facebook group, Picks and Parlays, premium plays, all that good stuff. Picks and Parlays schedule. Craig 10, me and Nick 11, Higgs at 12, Allie at 1:30. And then after that, there's not really much else today. There'll be a bunch of free pick videos up on our channel, up on Picks and Parlays channel. So go ahead and check. Oh, no free pick videos on Picks and Parlays. Sorry. But there will be a bunch of that tonight for us. So check all that stuff out. We will have a Counter-Strike stream tomorrow at around 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish. And I'm going to be inviting one of my buddies from the Counter-Strike group chat that I'm in. So me and Zane will be part of tomorrow's stream for Counter-Strike. So check that out around 8:30, 9 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow, going over some of the ESL Pro League stuff. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into a recap for today's slate. And man, do I have a lot of action. I think overall I have 7 plays in each league. I'm after that Baltimore Boston game to go over, Tampa Bay Minnesota to go over, White Sox. I have the Cardinals. I have the St. Louis game to go over. Seattle game to go over. And those are my baseball plays. And then as for the NFL, I have the under in the Minnesota-Denver game. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars -3, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay to go over, Jets, Giants to go under, Houston +135, Vegas and Seattle to go over, and I got the Chargers -3.5 today.
Yeah, looking at it for me, Seattle wasn't in play. So I have the Atlanta Braves first 5 -0.5 a run, Oakland Athletics first 5 -0.5, Kansas City first 5 -0.5, San Diego first 5 -0.5, LA Angels first 5 money line. I have the first 5 run lines with the Reds and then also the Giants. That is all my plays in baseball. And then for the football slate, all these are money lines. I am on the Minnesota Vikings. I am on the Baltimore Ravens, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the New York Jets, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the LA Chargers. That is where we're looking at for today's slate for everything MLB and NFL.
Sounds good. Let's see if this works a little better. Nope, hold on. I'm trying to get it to look more. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's all of our records and numbers for baseball and football so far this year. All of our plays are scrolling along the bottom. But that's going to wrap it up for the stream. Nick, go ahead and finish it out for today.
Yeah, that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here on ESB, which is usually every morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about do it for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I was joined here by my brother Tim, and this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck.
See you guys.